Hello. Hi and welcome back to the Polymer Clay channel. So today I'm going to show you how to make not one, not two, but 3 soap dishes. I come up with a cool idea and a cool design, and I don't know where it came from. I looked at a few videos, I looked at Pinterest like I normally do, and then just did a big Google search and thought I need to make some soap dishes. Now the ones I'm going to show you today and also how to make them are completely different styles, and also I'm going to show you how to make them to the shape of the soap. Now my idea of this is, you know, presents and stuff like that. If you haven't got a lot of money and you can buy a bar of soap that looks quite pretty, you can buy them in like pound shops, that sort of thing, dollar stores, and you can actually make the soap dish to match the soap, which sounds a bit weird. Normally it's the other way around, but this is such a cool idea. So I'm going to show you how to make 3, because I can't just make 1. I always have to, some reason, make 3. It's my lucky number. So yes, here we go, and I'm going to show you how I do it. Thanks for watching the tutorial. So tell me in the comments what you thought of that. I had so much fun. I know I always say that, but I absolutely love doing stuff with polymer clay. Sometimes, yes, it's a bit frustrating and sometimes it gets on your nerves, but it's something that I always come back to. I'm not a drawer. I cannot draw. Well, I could if I probably tried harder, but I watched several TikToks lately of people that do these fantastic drawings. I cannot do it. So I'm a sculptor and this is my medium. So yes, I do get really excited about what I create. So I've got the 3 soap dishes here, all nice and complete and finished, and I'm going to show you one at a time what they look like. So here we go. This is the first one. Now I'm going to show you like this first because it's got a strange design. Why I came up with this design, I don't know. I was kind of envisaging this kind of soap area here, and it could have just had simple feet. But in true fashion, I thought, well, that's just too simple. I wanted more to it. I wanted something a bit different. So I'm going to show you the top part. So I'm going to come out of shot because this works a lot better. So that's the top part here. And you'll see underneath here that it's got a different pattern. And as you saw from the tutorial, it's got a different pattern because this tray was patterned differently. I know it's a bit silly, but I wanted something to kind of look at underneath, something cool. So the idea is obviously this dries up the soap because it all drips down here, and then it has these cool little feet. Now, I'm not too sure about these feet, I'm not too sure. So have a look at the feet. These are kind of rounded where perhaps this is very square. So what I should have done is probably made them a bit more square, but this was actually my first attempt. I've never done a soap dish like this before, and I thought, well, I'm just gonna go with it. And that's exactly what I did. So here we go, another close up as I like to do. So you can get a good look of everything and sort of the full design. I have actually lifted up this area here and also here so the soap doesn't slide out. I mean, effectively, yes, it could slide that way, but you know, I liked it like this. And I actually resined this. Now, the reason why I resined it is because it gives it that cool plasticky sheen, if that's even a thing, but more to the point, I wanted to protect the mica powder that I put on it. Now, you would have noticed that I put an awful lot of mica powder on this based on the fact that it was originally green, but I wanted to have this really cool effect. Now, I use Chameleon Flakes to make that kind of weird sort of shimmer where it goes in and out of different colours, and I will link them in the description because I absolutely love it. Look at this, it's such a cool shimmer. It goes green to yellow and then has sort of like the blue in the middle as well, and that I found works really well. The only thing it didn't, with the pattern I put in here, because it was lined, I had to pat it in, so I had to make a bit more effort making it look cool, so I did that on the outside there. So again, that was another reason why I put resin on this. You don't have to, but I do recommend it. With glosses and things like that, over time it will wear off, whereas resin obviously wouldn't. The resin that I've got, I will also link it in the description along with the little thing that I use to harden it. Can't remember off the top of my head exactly what that's called right now. So yeah, I will link that all in the description so you can grab exactly what I use. So this is number 1. So this is number 2. So I want to do something a bit darker, something that isn't usual, a bit unusual if you like. And this one is obviously designated for a square soap. Now I thought if someone doesn't like all these fancy colours and things like that, and they want something a bit plainer, and you're buying it maybe for a present, and you've got some dark soap or something to go on there, this would be a great idea. So again, the premise is the same. Top part here is that sort of crisscross pattern. Again, I will link it in the description. If I cannot find it, I'll link something that's very similar. And then where they actually, the sort of the dots were, I'm gonna come out the shot again, you can see where I've put the holes, which looks really cool. It's like they're supposed to be there. And then underneath, although you cannot see it, but you would have done if you watched the tutorial all the way through, you'd see that I've kind of got almost like a bubble sort of effect going underneath there, which I thought was quite cool. Now with this one, because it is completely square, I thought I need to do other squares. So this one has the square parts in the middle there, but no feet on this one. I wanted to do something a bit different so it actually stays flat. Now if you wanted to, you could actually pop holes in the bottom here as well so it flows all the way through, and then you could put feet on if you wanted to. So that's this one. Now I find the design of this is really cool. Now it does have mica powder on it, and I haven't resined this one at the moment because filming resin is a bit boring, to be honest. So I did the first one, but I haven't done these ones as yet. But as they're all being used as soap dishes, I will be resining them to lock in the mica powder and everything, because obviously you get clay wet consistently, the mica powder will come off. Now we've got the third one. Now this one's completely different. I like to make all different styles, and this one just happened. So this one's a circle dish, so it looks like that from the side, and then that is the full look of it inside. Obviously, again, it's got holes in for the drainage. Don't forget that, otherwise you'll end up with a pool of soapy water at the bottom of it. You don't really want that. It's not the idea. So I used a print for this one and then just cut it out and then popped it in. And as you saw from the tutorial, I actually used a bowl to put it inside. So when I put it in the bowl, what I did was move these edges in a little bit, so then it gave me a little bit of room and a little bit of leverage so that I get the tissue blade in and lift it up, and it worked out really cool. So it did come out quite easy. But then of course you have the problem, don't you? This colour would have been baked and it would have been still green. And as you saw, I then popped it out, covered another thin layer over the top. So then I was able to put the mica powder on and have it match the inside. So again, I'm just going to show you nice and slowly on the inside, coming out of shot, so you can see the holes. And I've made some bigger, some smaller, and obviously it also goes with the pattern as well. I try and get the holes in a good place so it complements the pattern rather than distracts from it. So this is how you make cool soap dishes that could be a present from Polymer Clay. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. All in the district of the floor. I was kind of envisaging, it'd be great if you would, Now I used, oh my god, the actual, what's it called? So without further ado, no, you haven't said thanks yet. Now I was a little bit worried that it wasn't going to come out properly, but what I did is move these into the bowl a tiny bit, so I had a bit of leverage when it. So what I did is move these in a tiny bit, so I had a bit of leverage when I put them. Oh my god, why do I keep? It's because I'm getting hot in it. So what I did for that is moved the edges in a tiny bit. So what? Oh my god. Can I stack these all together? Probably not. Hang on, let's try. There we go. Oh my god. Oh my god.